Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles, and I'm excited to have Mr. Chris Mason on with us, a great guy doing some amazing things, and so I'm just excited to have him on and highlight him and his journey. So first, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
Yeah, very excited to be here. Always an honor and humbling whenever somebody says, hey, come talk to us about life and success and even leadership. So, never would have thought I would have these opportunities as a young kid, so excited to be here.
Awesome. Good deal. Well, let's dive into it. I know off air, we talked about, your journey and some of the neat things that you've been blessed and fortunate to achieve. But if you don't mind, just kind of sharing some of that journey with the audience so they have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
Yeah, grew up in Fort Worth. Got two siblings, and I always joke with them. They didn't realize we were poor growing up because my parents worked really hard, and by the time I was off to college, they were making good money. And but I always tell them, we were adding water to the ketchup bottle. And I ate so much hamburger helper that I don't ever want to see it again. But grew up in a good family that took care of us and loved us and worked hard, and really stressed education. And I tried to join the Marines twice. My dad's a Marine, and two times he grabbed me by the neck and said, "No, you're going to college." And so got to college and met my wife, and I have a criminal justice degree of all things, and then ended up in. I always joke, once I got to a principalship, I really started using that thing. But got into education, was a coach for 10 years and teacher, and just some great, fantastic years loving kids and serving folks. And then had the opportunity in Mesquite ISD here in Texas to get a master's degree. They helped pay for that. And one of the things I saw was my circle of influence could expand. From being a teacher and a coach, you get to be around X amount of kids, but stepping into the principalship, that thing would expand to do that, and really just felt God going, hey, we need good administrators. And so got to be a campus lead principal at a junior high and then a high school, and then stepped into an assistant superintendent position where I did a little bit of everything. And now this is almost a year 3.5 being a superintendent here in Quitman, Texas. So got a great family. I'm married to an educator as well. She's a intermediate assistant principal, and I've got twin boys who keep us busy running track and playing tennis right now. So we're on the go. But super blessed and had a great life and great opportunities around great people that poured into me and really left an impression of that's really what my job is too, is pour into others as well.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say, "Wow, that's a great life."
And good.
It's just lots within your story. As I heard you discuss it, there's just lots that comes up for me. It's just, I think first, the foundation, of hard work, and you seeing those things, from your family, and then going. I love how you said, your circle of influence, and being around some great people, because I think it's made me realize, like, when you're going into it, really you're just working hard, striving to do things the right way. But what you don't realize is that, man, you're around some good people that's really gonna help you grow and develop and show you the way. But all you have to do is just put your head down and go to work and do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And organically those opportunities come for you.
I tell my sons all the time, I said that the best two words you can learn is no problem. When someone asks you to do something, say, no problem, I got you. And just go get after it.
Yeah.
That opens a lot of doors.
No doubt about it. Well, what are three things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Yeah, man. So I think that first one for me professionally would be my principal certification.
Mm-hmm.
I was coaching full time and going to school. And so, anybody that's coached knows the hours you put in. And so I had two little boys at home, and I would get home and hang out with them till they went to bed and kiss my wife and go try to read and get post on the discussion boards and write the papers and do all those things. So, I was able to complete that master's degree in principal certification in 2 years, and it was a lot of work, and it was a lot of late Saturdays and Sundays and trying to get stuff done. But for me, my family didn't have a whole lot of post secondary work at all. And so for me, being the first person in my immediate family and really most of my extended family to ever finish school, first off with a bachelor's, but then to get a master's degree was just a huge accomplishment to kind of show my kids like, hey, this is important and you can do it. It doesn't really matter where your background's from. And that's one of the things I love about Pub Ed is we give opportunities for kids to say, hey, whatever this was, if you want to stay there, you can, but you don't have to. And you can break chains and you can change and have impact on generations leading forward. And that's really was huge for me, was that principal cert. Getting to be a campus principal. I always talk to my staff sometimes about when you get in leadership, you fall into those imposter syndrome sometimes. You're looking around like, are these people crazy that put me in charge?
Yeah.
But that was huge for me, just being able to over a building and love people. Really challenge folks that are around us to go, hey, we can stay okay, or we can start to be good, and then really drive to be great. Not because we want accolades or anything like that, but because the kids we serve deserve it. And so that was huge for me, just getting to be a building principal, and then sitting in this chair right here, being a superintendent. I laugh because I haven't been back to my hometown in a long time because we just never moved back. And when I run into folks I know and tell them my story, they kind of look at me funny because, I was that kid that got in trouble a lot in elementary school. And, I was a B student on a good day. And they're like, oh, you're in charge of a bunch of kids. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And they're like, it's kind of surprising. And I'm like, I know, it surprises me at times too. But just the responsibility and the honor it is to be able to serve kids. Those would be my big three, man.
So good. I love it. And I've seen that, I don't know, I'm gonna just say it like it's coming up for me. I've seen the most imperfect people be the best at leadership because they understand.
Yep.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying? Like, yeah, like you're saying your background, like no, I get it.
well, that's what I loved about being a principal is that we would have kids come in and I would look at them and say, hey, I get it, man.
Yeah,
I get maybe home's rough, but like this is your safe place. Don't break the relationships up here because we can take care of you and love you.
yeah.
We can be the best 8 hours, 10 hours of your day. Let
Yes,
us.
sir.
So just good
Yes,
stuff.
sir. So good. So good. I think it makes for a great environment too because the kids see that um like you really do care, like they really do care about me. Like it's not about, as a coach, it's not about, number 10. It's not about what you can do for the school. It's like, hey, no, like this is like you said, this is your safe space. We got you. What you need? You hungry? We got you. Come on. Just come on in. Like it's no excuse. No, we got you.
For sure.
I love it. I love it. Well, just listen to you talk about your journey and the things that you're proud of. I would consider that to be hugely successful. So let's hit on success. What
Yeah.
is your definition of success?
Man, I've been thinking about this all week once you sent me those questions, and I was like, okay, what is it? It's this, and this, and I kind of kept coming back to it. I think for me, I'm going to judge success and have I created a culture around supporting people to become the best version of themselves, right? And so if I've done that, all the other things, those tertiary things, those exterior things will take care of it. Because if we can help our people, for me as a leader, if I can help my campus principals be the best version of themselves and pour into others, and they're going to turn around and do the same thing, and then those guys are going to turn around and do the same thing, the culture and the climate that we're able to create is going to be positive and good for kids. And ultimately, that's my main thing, right? And is all the other stuff that we mess with, we come back to our main thing is, are we taking care of our kids? Is this what's best for kids? And for me, I chewed on that all week, man. Like, okay, well, is it accomplishing this task? Is it getting this job? And I'm like, no, ultimately, it doesn't matter if I was still a teacher and a coach. It would be pouring into folks and helping them become the best version of themselves. When I was a principal, it was, hey, can I love and serve people in a way that helps them become the best version of themselves? When I was a assistant suit, that has not changed. And so that would be my definition: is, am I successfully helping support, love, and take care of the people around me so that they have the ability to grow and become the best version of them?
Love it. So good. Well, what I want to do now is just kind of go off script a little bit, if you don't mind having a little fun with me. And I want to throw out like some word, like maybe 3 words or phrases at you, and you just talk about what comes to mind or to heart when you hear these words. You okay with that?
Come on.
All right, let's get it. All right, so the first, you may know a little bit about this word here. The first word I want to throw at you is leadership.
Most important thing we can do,
Mhm.
right? I think leadership sets the tone and the direction of everything we do. And so, like, as a superintendent, I get to lead. We talk about leading up and down, right? And so I try to set those things up. And I think leadership, whether it's from the superintendent level, and I'm talking public ed, but principal, building level, and whether that's that teacher, I think it's the most important thing that we can do. And it's also, I think, one of the hardest things we can do, because there's all sorts of styles of leadership, and people ask, like, well, what type of leader are you? And my answer is always yes. And they're kind of look at me funny. I'm like, well, every situation is different. And so that type of leadership, like, foundationally, I'm a servant leader. But there are times where I'm going to be a very direct leader, right? And very assertive and say, nope, the superintendent's telling you we're doing this. And I joke, I always say, hey, I'm going to have to knife hand you here. Like, yeah. But leadership is, you have to be flexible, right? You have to me, you have to look at those situations very, very individually and say, what is the need right here and how do I meet it? But I think it's the most important thing we can do is leadership.
That's good. I love that knife hand you.
Yeah.
That's so good. All right. So the second one I want to give you is positive culture.
Yeah. So the best I've ever heard is this idea of, well, there's two different things, right? You got climate and culture.
Hmm.
Anybody can change climate. Climate is something that can be changed pretty quick. I can come in and I can throw confetti around and have a lot of energy, and I can change the climate very quickly. That culture is, what are you ultimately every day? And so creating that positive culture, I think, to me, is coming in and giving people safe places to be themselves, and enough room, especially in education, enough room to be creative, enough room to have autonomy to go, hey, how do I make this better, right? And I think for me, and when I have conversations around our leaders, it's a lot of who you're spending your time with. And so we're big on, we kind of use some words from the energy bus, but like, if you're a walker, I don't want to spend 50% of my day trying to make you jog, because you're not going to ever jog. You're going to walk. What I do want to do is spend my time with my joggers and my runners to make sure that they're okay, to make sure that they have the tools and the necessary things to do their job well. And really, for us, like, I think you create a positive culture when you go to the people that you're leading and say, what do you need? And then you get it to them and you say, go be great. Right. And every once in a while that walker may jog, but ultimately what's going to happen in that positive culture is those people that don't want to be a part of it, they're going to find their natural way out. And then when that happens and you have those openings, you find those runners and say, hey, who do you know? Who do you know that wants to come be a part of something great? Because we're doing great things, not because we want to win an award or win something here, but because we have an opportunity to serve kids. And so to me, creating that positive culture, one, it's every day. Two, it's setting a high standard and going, hey, this is who we are. And these are the things we believe. So we use profiles here. We call them profiles. So we have a leadership profile. We have a learner profile. And we say, hey, if we do these 5 or 6 things, then we're going to be extraordinary in what we do if we do these things well. And so we call it an extraordinary learner profile, extraordinary leader profile. And on all of those, we have one on the bottom that's our anchor, and it's keep the main thing the main thing. And for us, that's educate every child, every chance, every day. Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing and getting after it? And so we're just going to pour in, love, and serve, and try to give people space to be who they are, and give them space to go, hey, I just thought about this. Can I do that? And us go, yeah. What do you need? And let them run.
That in that little time span, you hit so much. Love the anchor. Love the walkers, joggers, runners. Love the profile. That's good. You know, I relate that to coaching. Like I heard you know, Belichick, you know, they interview Belichick and Saban, you know, everybody doing that now. And I just remember hearing that, you know, Saban, like they had a profile at each position that they wanted for each position: height, weight, speed, and 3, you know, things that they needed within, say, their defense, right? A cornerback, we want him to do this, this, this. If they can't do this, we don't recruit him, right? And so, like, I think when you can make a profile like that, if you will, it sets you up to have elite level production, because that's what you're bringing in to fit a certain profile for your eliteness, if you will.
Well, and then we just create that standard, and that's our standard. And so I don't have
Yeah,
to be a bad guy. I can say, hey, how does that meet our extraordinary profile? If
yeah,
building relationships important, if you just dog cuss somebody, how's that help? How's that build
yeah.
relationships? And so we get to use that as our standard, and let the standard do the work for us, and say, hey, this is what we all agreed that we were going to be. Uh, how does that action help you be that?
Mm, so good.
Yeah.
Well, well, the last word phrase I want to give you, I'm gonna pause a little bit before I give you this one, and then I'm gonna lean into you. I'm gonna say, "Hey, this is the good one right here. This is the good one." The last one I want to give you is legacy.
Oof. Yeah. So year 21 in education. I think that's a huge word, right? And social media is awesome because you get to see kids and see things that you know see things play out over life after you've gone away from places. So this is my 5th school district in 20 years. Coach, life of a coach some, and
Hmm.
but um, when I think of that word, man, Chip, really, like, if I could be a fly on the wall at my funeral, right? That's what I would say. I want to see my legacy is I want to see people come up and tell stories about me and talk about how much I cared for people, right? And how much, if they're like, hey, he was a good superintendent, great. But I really want people to look at and go, man, he made an impact on the kids' lives that he was in at the time he was in. And I think that's, for me, the legacy is we get a short window, right? And I want people to be able to look and say, did I leave it better than I got it? And did I serve and love the people well that I was around? And ultimately, like, for me as a dad, I'm like, I want to be able to look back and see my sons be good men and raise good families and have opportunities that I didn't have because I worked hard for them, and they have an opportunity to go do whatever that is brings them joy and contentment. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Hey, man, hey, I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother. Every ounce of it. Yes. Let's go. Well, as we close, I just want to say again, thank you so much for taking
Thank
the
you.
time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it, and I wish you continued success.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. And I'll plug this. If you're a teacher in Texas and you want to come be a part of something great, look me up. Come find Quitman, Texas. We love people well, and we serve kids.
Yeah, and I was going to give you opportunity too to talk where they can go follow you guys and check you
Yeah.
out and show you some love.
Yeah. I'm on LinkedIn, Chris Mason, Facebook, same. And then on X at CD Mason 67. And so follow me, reach out. Happy to chat and visit.
There it is. again, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time, and I wish you continued success.
Yeah, thanks again, man. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.